Hey gang, Will here from the Ashland Fly Shop, and today we're talking about subsurface sinking or lake lines. And we really find most of what we're looking for from the Rio brand, so we're going to take a look at 4 different lines that we really like from them. So here we go. First line that came out a few years ago is the Intouch Hover, and this is a really cool line. We do a lot of fishing in the shallows as fly fishers, fishing still water, fishing lakes, and so we fish a lot of flies suspended over weed beds, in that 2 to 4 foot depths. So sometimes a standard intermediate line is just sinks a little too much. So the Hover, Intouch Hover, will really keep those flies suspended in that 2 to 4 foot range, and you can strip really slowly. So it's a really neat line that we've seen show up, and we're really happy to have it because it really covers that unique layer of fishing still water. The line is $79.95, and it features the Intouch non-stretch core technology. A line that's been in Rio's lineup for years is the Aqua Lux, and this is a fantastic line. They recently revised it, so now it's the Aqua Lux 2. And I really like what they did. They really shortened the taper. It's more of a 30+ foot head, and so it really kind of loads up fast rods quickly, and it's going to really deliver the flies a little bit easier. And I'm happy to see that. It doesn't have a real aggressive taper. It's a smooth taper, but it is one that's a little more weight forward, so it's going to load up those rods a little bit easier, and I, for one, am happy to see that. So this is a 1.5 to 2.5 inches per second line, and this line is, it's going to continue to sink. So, it's just going to vary depending on the speed in which you strip the flies in, where you want to keep the line at that depth. But this is your standard, gold standard, all around lake line. If you came in looking for one line to fish lakes, this would be the line. It has a clear head and an opaque level running line behind it, and it's just been the standard for years. $74.95 from Rio, the Aqua Lux 2, a great choice. Rio's Intouch Cama Lux is another line that we really like, and it does feature Rio's Intouch core. This is a non-stretch core, and I really think that this core is really great for stillwater fishing because with that non-stretch core, I think you can detect and feel a little bit more of what's going on down there, and you're directly connected when you get a strike. So we do find that in this line, and I think it is an advantage in this line. This line is a little bit different coating. It has a more mottled kind of Cama Lux coloring that you might be familiar with. It's been out for a couple of years. It does have a similar head as the Aqua Lux 2, a short, kind of stacked taper. It's going to cast beautifully, really smooth casting line. It has about the same sink rate, 1.5 to 2.5 inches per second. So it's going to kind of hang in that right depth. Again, that is your standard all-around trout line for stillwater as far as a sinking line. That's the rate you're looking for if you wanted to get one line. So a little bit more technology in this than the Aqua Lux 2, a little bit different line, but a line that we've really enjoyed using and our customers really like. $79.95. Last but not least, the mainstream trout full sinking line. And I don't get too carried away with tech and full sinking lines. You certainly can. But for still water, if you have a full sinking line, I think just a standard line is fine. A lot of times we're not even casting these lines. We're just kind of pitching them and letting them sink. So this is a Type 6 full sinking in the mainstream series. So it's $40, and it's just gonna drape down and kind of get you down where you want to go there. If you're really kind of getting the deepest depths that you want to get, try and pull a fish up from those deeper pools, talking like later in the year, later in the summer, when fish are really down in cold water. So $40 mainstream full sink line, Type 6, really good choice. So there you have it for your stillwater sinking lines. If you popped in looking for a line for stillwater fishing, if you're really going to explore that, then these are the lines that we'd pull off the counter and show you, and they are critical to lake fishing. Lake fishing, stillwater fishing, very specific depths that trout can fish at. And so these lines will get you in that target area and keep you down there and keep you in the fish. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Appreciate it.